Myths and Legends from Our Own Land by Charles Skinner. The Galloping Hessian. In the flower-gemmed cemetery of Tarrytown, where gentle Irving sleeps, a Hessian soldier was interred after sustaining misfortune in the loss of his head in one of the Revolutionary battles. For a long time after he was buried, it was the habit of this gentleman to crawl from his grave at unseemly hours and gallop about the country, sending shivers through the frames of many worthy people who shrank under their blankets when they heard the rush of hoofs along the unlighted roads. In later times there lived in Tarrytown, so named because of the tarrying habits of Dutch gossips on market days, though some hard-minded people insist that Tarwy Town means Wheat Town. A gaunt schoolmaster, one Ichabod Crane, who cherished sweet sentiments for Katrina Van Tassel, the buxom daughter of a farmer, also a famous maker of pies and doughnuts. Ichabod had been calling late one evening, and his way home being long, Katrina's father lent him a horse to make the journey. But even with this advantage the youth set out with misgivings, for he had to pass the graveyard. As it was near the hour when the Hessian was to ride, he whistled feebly to keep his courage up. But when he came to the dreaded spot, the whistle died in a gasp, for he heard the tread of a horse. On looking around, his hair bristled and his heart came up like a plug in his throat to hinder his breathing, for he saw a headless horseman coming over the ridge behind him, blackly defined against the starry sky. Setting spurs to his nag with the hope of being first to reach Sleepy Hollow Bridge, which the spectre never passed, the unhappy man made the best possible time in that direction, for his follower was surely overtaking him. Another minute, and the bridge would be reached. But to Ichabod's horror, the Hessian dashed alongside and, rising in his stirrups, flung his head full at the fugitive's back. With a squeal of fright, the schoolmaster rolled into a mass of weeds by the wayside, and for some minutes he remained there, knowing and remembering nothing. Next morning, Farmer Van Tassel's horse was found grazing in a field near Sleepy Hollow, and a man who lived some miles southward reported that he had seen Mr. Crane striding as rapidly along the road to New York as his lean legs could take him, and wearing a pale and serious face as he kept his march. There were yellow stains on the back of his coat, and the man who restored the horse found a smashed pumpkin in the broken bushes beside the road. Ichabod never returned to Tarrytown, and when Brom Bones, a stout young plowman and tap-haunter, married Katrina, people made bold to say that he knew more about the Galloping Hessian than anyone else, though they believed that he never had reason to be jealous of Ichabod Crane,